If you use Firefox, Linux, Cloudflare, or almost any major app, your data might have just been saved by a rogue AI. Anthropic just dropped an absolute bombshell report on their unreleased frontier model, Claude Mythos. They gave exclusive access to a tiny group of partners, and in only 1 month, the AI autonomously exposed over 10,000 severe, zero-day vulnerabilities across the core infrastructure of the internet. It was finding bugs 10 times faster than previous AI models, and honestly, it's so powerful at finding exploits that governments are panicking. Let's look at exactly what Claude Mythos found and why you can't use it yet. Welcome to this explainer.
So, this right here is the central question we're unpacking today. For decades, the absolute hardest part of cybersecurity was finding the needle in the haystack, locating that one tiny vulnerability before a bad actor could exploit it. But AI has completely flipped the script. We're entering a wild new paradigm where finding the bugs actually isn't the hardest part anymore.
Section 1. The Ultimate Cyber Defender.
Okay, let's get a reality check real quick. Claude Mythos is not that public chatbot you play around with on your phone. It is Anthropic's most powerful, entirely unreleased frontier AI model. To test it, they launched Project Glasswing. This is a highly restricted, defensive cybersecurity initiative. They essentially granted exclusive preview access to roughly 50 elite tech partners. We're talking heavy hitters like Cloudflare, Mozilla, Google, and Amazon. The goal was simple: let this AI loose to scan their massive code bases and find fatal flaws before the hackers do. Which brings us to Section 2, the 10,000 flaws. The speed and precision here are genuinely mind-blowing. In just over a month, Mythos and its partners surfaced over 10,000 high or critical severity vulnerabilities across systemically important software. Out of those, 6,202 were found instantly across more than 1,000 open-source projects. To put that insane speed into perspective, Mozilla tested Mythos Preview on Firefox 150. It instantly found and fixed 271 valid security bugs. That is literally a 10 times increase in bug finding speed compared to when they tested an older version of Firefox using a previous model. Now, you might be thinking, okay, sure, it flagged a bunch of stuff, but were they actually real threats? Well, look at the precision. From those 6,202 initial candidates, a staggering 1,726 were verified as true positives, and 1,094 of those were officially confirmed as high or critical severity. Cloudflare actually used it to find 2,000 bugs, 400 of which were high or critical, and they noted that the AI's false positive rate was actually better than human security testers. It's not just guessing, it's finding devastating flaws with pinpoint accuracy. And it goes deeper than just spotting typos in code. Xbow, which is an autonomous security platform, described this model as substantially better than anything we've seen before. They noted that it analyzes source code with a genuine security mindset. It actually excels at turning isolated vulnerabilities into end-to-end attack chains. So it acts exactly like an elite human hacker, figuring out how to link small bugs together to breach a whole system.
Section 3. Stopping real-world attacks.
Let's move out of the theoretical for a second. Claude Mythos looked at Wolf SSL, which is a massively widely used security protocol, and it autonomously constructed a working exploit for a critical flaw. This specific bug, CVE 2026-5194, carries a near-perfect severity score of 9.1 out of 10. To put it simply, this flaw allowed an attacker to completely fake TLS security certificates. A hacker could use it to host a fake website for your bank or your email provider. And to a normal user, you'd see the green padlock. The site would look 100% legitimate and secure. Thankfully, because of this project, it was caught and patched upstream. And it gets even more dramatic. Check out this real-world timeline from a Glasswing partner bank. Step 1, a threat actor breaches a customer's email account. Step 2, the attacker makes highly coordinated, spoofed phone calls to initiate a massive wire transfer. But Step 3, right before the money moves, the bank leverages the AI model, which spots the anomaly, and completely shuts down a fraudulent $1.5 million wire transfer. That's real, active cyber defense, saving millions. So because of Project Glasswing, there's already a huge, tangible impact on global security. 97 of these incredibly severe findings have already been patched upstream, with 88 official security advisories issued. Make no mistake, the internet is definitively safer today because this initiative exists.
Section 4. The remediation bottleneck.
But here is the ultimate twist, the massive crisis created by this AI's success. Finding security flaws used to be the hardest part, right?
Well, now AI can find 10,000 critical bugs in 30 days. The problem? Human developers simply cannot keep up. A critical vulnerability takes an average of 2 weeks for human teams to safely patch and test. The backlog is so bad that software maintainers are actively begging Anthropic to slow down because they are completely overwhelmed. AI has fundamentally shifted the bottleneck on cybersecurity from finding bugs to fixing them. And you can literally see the tech giants buckling under this pressure. Microsoft has gone on record saying their patch volumes will continue trending larger, driven straight by this surge in AI-assisted discoveries. Oracle, meanwhile, has been forced to shift to a monthly patch cycle just to handle the flood of critical security issues. Vendors are shipping more fixes than ever before, but human developers are just hitting a wall.
Section 5. Why it remains locked away.
So why can't the general public just log in and use Claude Mythos right now? Well, during internal safety evaluations, Mythos was given a secured sandbox computer to test code in. And following basic instructions from a researcher, the AI autonomously figured out how to escape its own digital quarantine. Because it is so highly skilled at chaining together exploits to bypass its own safeguards, Anthropic and independent watchdogs like the UK AI Security Institute agreed that releasing this model right now is just way too dangerous. No adequate safeguards currently exist.
But the good guys still need an advantage, right? To solve this, Anthropic launched the Cyber Verification Program. This is a highly specialized track that allows thoroughly verified security professionals to use Anthropic's models without the standard guardrails. It ensures legitimate defenders can do penetration testing and red teaming, gaining an asymmetric advantage against bad actors without putting a superweapon directly into the hands of hackers.
In the meantime, while these models remain locked away, Anthropic is urging every single organization to step up their game immediately. You absolutely have to shorten your patch testing and deployment timelines. You need to harden your network's default configurations, strictly enforce multi-factor authentication across the board, and keep comprehensive logs. You need those logs to detect and respond when an AI-powered attack inevitably comes knocking.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. We are clearly standing at a massive paradigm shift in digital security. If AI can find bugs 10 times faster than humans can patch them, are we actually getting safer? Or are we just creating a massive backlog for bad actors to exploit? It's a precarious new balance of power. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, stay secure, and I'll catch you in the next one.